Hi everybody, Vrangin Game here, and welcome to the Danelaw. We're in Crusader Kings 3, and we're picking up after last episode, and as you can see we are at war with Denmark. We are helping our ally Ulster against Denmark. We recently took Essex from England, so we have a truce with England for 2 more years, and we can't declare war on Denmark yet. Because we are currently at war with them. Denmark are at war with a number of people already. Ulster is close to winning the war. I think we've pulled our troops out. I can't remember whether we actually assisted them or not, but I think they were about to win. And then it might be, I forgot that there's a chunk of Italy up here. It might be advantageous for us to perhaps also take a little bit more of Denmark's land, perhaps this bit in what is currently East Anglia of England. So we will unpause, but there's not a great deal that we can potentially do. We could go to a hunt. There is a dangerous faction. Yeah, we've got Catholics and iconoclasts who want to rise up against us, and we've also got somebody who wants lower crown authority, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue, I don't think. Greetings, my sensible liege. I have arrived in Bamborg to pay homage. No gold, Earl Helgi. Just your pledge of submission. Serve me well, Earl Helgi. We won't go to the hunt. I want to be prepared for the Liberty War, or the war to reduce. Yeah, I think they are too weak now to rise up. We have quite a number of bondi, and I wonder whether it's better to reorganise that somewhat. We shall see. We have plenty of gold and a decent income at the moment. I'm wondering whether to hold on, we're being raided. Chieftain Heiminger with 408. I think that's possibly a bad idea. We will raise our army, and if we just raise the local army, would that be 2,500? I'll just raise them all. Oh, for 2 more days. We will see off these raiders. Do they have no loot already? But yes, we saw those raiders off. Don't think about coming back. 54 days, but that shouldn't be a problem. Do you know what could be worthwhile? I wonder if arranging a feast. Let's have a look at our vassals. I think there was a comment in the in the comments about converting some of our vassals. I think maybe our vassals, it might not be the problem with the vassals. We have got somebody there who's Catholic, but he's not going to want to convert. Oh, I thought with a minus 100 opinion, he'd just be an outright no. But we could ask him. 78%, pretty good. He might continue to practice Catholicism in secret, but that's yeah, that's just something that I don't think we can do anything about. So we will ask that. Another Catholic Welsh, similar acceptance. Yeah, there are quite a few. She looks like she will accept. That's fantastic. Countess Elenian. Yes, she's in our prison, isn't she? I can't remember what the crime was, but I wonder if we negotiate her release. She won't accept. Even, fair enough, you can... What if we move you to our dungeon for a little bit? See how you like that. That's my dog crying in the background. I don't know whether... I've got a new microphone, by the way, so... Yeah, the other one totally died on me the other day as I tried to do some recording. So this one is new. And I think I've got the gain set at a decent level. That it shouldn't pick up too much background noise. But if you did hear that, that's like my dog just wandering around, whining that he's... I don't know what he's whining for. He's been out for a walk, he's had his tea. Anyway, so let's see if any of those will convert. Well done, Earl Pedder. Blessed be to Odin. And Countess Ellen of Huntingdonshire also converted. And I think that's 3 for 3. I've decided to follow you into the light and convert to a Sartru, Earl Morfarch of Staffordshire. Odin will be pleased. Excellent. So Ulster has defeated Denmark. Let's oh no, pause. Sorry, I unpaused. So be it. Right. Cup of tea. Cheers. Do we go against Denmark? They're winning one war. They've got war on all fronts. There's another war happening in the north of Scotland, and who's this? I'm guessing... Not sure where that is. He does have an ally, which I think is Argyle. He only has 4 soldiers, so I think we could safely go against... Okay, we can only take a chunk, either Essex or East Sax, Yarnamode. You were still quite a way off Exalted Amongst Men, which is when we could conquer kingdoms. I think we go for that. I have a feeling we should be able, hopefully with taking the castles, we might be able to defeat them without going into any kind of battle at all. So we'll send 1 to Ipswich and 1 to Yarnamode. I imagine we could call on allies if we need to. Let's keep an eye out for any Danes coming. Um, Lessons from the past. Though I will surely see many battlefields before I meet my maker, my library holds tales of war from 100 lifetimes. I have recently acquired a tome on the great battle of the Catalonian plains, as well as a time-worn scroll written in some ancient language. Who knows what forgotten secrets it holds? So I could read the newer tome and get +1 for martial for 10 years, or I could attempt to translate the old scroll, which I will be able to do. I'll uncover a piece of ancient knowledge, so I'll gain a 100 martial art style experience, 1 martial, 1 learning, and a commander bonus for 20 years. Well, that's nailed on because our learning obviously must be pretty good. So we will attempt to translate the old scroll. Even with the help of a dusty glossary, the scroll is reluctant to share its secrets, but I press on. As the night progresses, the most incredible story unfolds before me. Oh gosh, here we go. The scroll describes the Battle of Gachia. Han Jin, commander of the Han, broke the enemy's spirits by having his men sing songs from the enemy's native kingdom of Chu. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these terribly. Commander Zheng Yu of Chu escaped with a small force of loyal men, but in the end they were chased down and defeated. Okay, so we get either the 100 martial. Yes, we will take study the battle. I think we can afford to go speed up a little. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. It certainly hasn't. Odin knows that I was cursed the day I met Vermunda. However, today that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought that abhorrent ogre to his grave. Not one day too soon. Goodbye, Vermunda. What's happened? Heart failure. Okay, good. That's not a Danish army about to land. So, what's happening? So got simple pastures have been built, and our warhorse is unfortunately ill. As Sleipnir trudges out of the stable, dragging her legs and hanging her head, there can be no doubt the mare is sick. The stable master assures me there is a cure to be found for what ails her, but it comes at a hefty price. We will obviously look after our horse for sure. Yes, so next week, as I'm recording this, next week, the new expansion, just press pause quickly, is coming out. The Road to Power expansion, I think it's called. I don't know what it's going to do to any saves that we've got going on. Fingers crossed it doesn't mess with them too much. Coupled with this is I am going on holiday next week, so I will probably try and record a couple of episodes in advance and this time properly prepare and get them ready on YouTube, schedule them to go live on whatever days next week. So some may be recorded before that, or some may go onto YouTube after the release of Rose to Power. And then it'll be interesting to see whether it affects either of the saves, this one or the Lady Royce one with the Game of Thrones mod. I think it's more likely to affect that one than this one, but we'll see. Fingers crossed it doesn't affect either. And then there are obviously playthroughs that I'd like to do with the new Rose to Power, but I might have a little play with it and find out what's new in it before going ahead with that. So it makes me kind of think what we're going to do with the Danelaw, and I'm thinking we're definitely going to try and get Britannia, and if we can set up the Empire of Britannia, I think that could be a good point to say that we've achieved some fairly substantial goals. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Pregnancy. A child is growing in my womb, and King Asbjorn will be proud. I didn't expect to have more children, to be honest. But good. We took one of the forts and it didn't go to 50%. So let's see if we take Colchester. And our daughter can get married to our friends in Ulster, so we will accept that. Excellent. And we can finally unlock Gallant, which gives us martial prowess improvements, prestige. Excellent. So at this point, do we want to continue on the martial lifestyle, or do we want to change? Higher stewardship could help us with more holdings, but yeah, I'm not too bothered about that. Something that could get prestige up, maybe. So stewardship perhaps could improve our gold income. I think that we might switch over. Our stewardship is really poor, isn't it? Yeah, it's not particularly good. She's more likely, because her learning is very good, to go down that route. And perhaps the theology focus might help us with conversions. So we will go down the theology focus. Any sign of any Danish? It doesn't appear to be. Coveted literature. My lady, my Rikskoldia, approaches me with urgency. A local merchant has a copy of the compendious book on calculation by completion and balancing. That sounds riveting, but refuses to sell it to me. If you make him see the error of your ways, I would be in your debt. 100 gold. This sounds like a you problem. Yeah, definitely. So another province taken. So Elian died in our dungeon. All she needed to do was renounce Catholicism, and she could have been free. Instead, she chose to die in our dungeon. We could ransom prisoners. No war score from prisoners. Well, I think we need to perhaps take a few other baronies. So we'll march them all the way up. Fellow servant of the All-Father. As our order of the Jomsvikings grow, we need more land from which to organise our defences of the Asatru faith. The borough of Southwick, which I guess is Southwark in London, is perfectly suited to our purpose, and we wish to lease it into service for our cause. Signed, Grand Master Herolfa of Jomsviking. He would give us 235. The borough of Southwick is down there. It's not held by us. Well, sorry, it's held by us. as a nation, but it's not one of our holdings. Or we could give them care Gibby. But I think we'll, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the downside to this is, other than maybe any benefits that borough provided us is probably now providing them. But I think keeping the Jomsvikings on good terms would be a good thing to do. And it's a daughter. My relief is great, and my joy even greater. I have given birth to a perfect little daughter. Elfleda. What was our son called? The one who can inherit. Athelstan. So he's got very much an Anglo-Saxon name. We'll go with Ragnhild. I like Ragnhild. So the war score's ticking our way. Obviously Sleipnir got better because now we can train her for small compensation. 50 gold. We did just get a chunk from the Jomsvikings. I'm not sure what it gives us. So the war horse at the moment is prowess +1 and prestige 0.25 a month. Let's go for it. Let's see what it gives us because I'm not quite sure. Lacking in fierceness. Sleipnir took to her training well, and the results have been excellent. Okay, so we lose warhorse and gain fierce warhorse. So we got some knight advantage as well. Yeah, money well spent. Maybe we should think about our court. Start thinking about our court grandeur, perhaps. A friend to the end. I still see all the good times I shared with Ofiga. Now as I step into the dimly lit room and see his weak body laying on the bed, almost motionless, I know with certainty that those days won't come back, and I feel a pang of deep sadness. He hears me walking in and seems to get agitated, so I hurry by your side. It's me, your dear Aslug. I'm here. Oh, this is our guy in Ulster. Calm, brave and patient. Gallant as well. I think we'd stay by his side. I imagine if he does die... Okay, we've got Denmark coming, and they're going. No, they stayed. And a few more coming down as well. I think a battle. Oh, go to sea. Is that the best? Oh, it's only 9 gold. Ethelfrith died, or a prisoner. Sorry, it's not the Ulster guy. The Ting meets. Oh. Yeah, these never seem always one or the other. Well, I'll just take the stress loss, please. We did lose some soldiers to attrition there. Let's land here. They are moving on. Oh, and because we have Peacemaker, we only needed to get to 91%. Well, I think we only needed to get to 90. Just in time, I think. Yes, excellent. So that was good. That avoided us losing any of our men in a battle. So we'll disband our army. I'm a much greater foe, and he's complied with our demands. Now there's just a little chunk of Denmark, and then England. So we need to give this to somebody, and I guess we could create that title as well. Let's create the Duchy of East Anglia, which will become the Jarldom of Yarnamuda. And we will find somebody very suitable to give this to. About Ulf Krake. He likes us, content, stubborn, greedy, but he is a Sartru and a Danelander. You shall have, my friend, all that, and you will like us very much for it. Excellent. I imagine he's become... Oh, I thought he might have become a powerful ally, a powerful vassal, expecting a place on the council. Do we take the 26, or do we think he might be able to raise the extra 24 gold sometime soon before he maybe dies in our dungeon? 58. Yeah, he's getting on. I think we'll ransom him, take the 26 whilst we can. We could go to a grand tournament. We can hold court. Okay, another chunk of land taken, and against our old homeland, I guess. We were once Danes, we are now the Danelaw, a mixture of Danish and Anglo-Saxon. And perhaps the colony has become greater than the original spit of land over in the North Sea. We'll draw this one to a close, I think. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider hitting like and subscribe. That'd be fantastic. Really appreciate it. And I'll try and get another one recorded so we can schedule some more for the week that I'm off. And I hope to see you again soon. In the meantime, look after yourselves and cheers!